Hello, this is Alyssa.
And this is Alyssa.
We'd like to welcome you to our very first podcast.
We're here with Officer Julien from the Troy Police Department.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Okay, so how long have you been working as an officer?
Almost 18 years.
What would you say that your hardest job is as an officer?
I guess the most challenging thing is that when there are issues that I can address, I do, but then there are some that I can't because some of them are out of my control. Specifically, if there's something going on at home or certain environments that kids live in that results in certain types of behaviors in school. And I guess that's the most disheartening thing is that sometimes there are some students that aren't in the best position as others, and you see it in when they act out in certain ways or if it affects them in school performance-wise. So I guess the biggest challenge is that I can't, I try to help and solve as many problems as I can, but there are just some things that are beyond what I can do.
Have you ever been affected by addiction in any way?
No, I have not. Well, no, I can't say that. I guess everyone can say they have, whether it's like a, extended or distant family member that might have some like alcohol addiction or something like that. But I've been fortunate, that in my immediate, family that we haven't had to deal with that. So my mom actually worked for over 40 years as a substance abuse healthcare worker. So she was a nurse and she worked in a rehab facility. So that was kind of near and dear to us that she would share her experiences and see some of the people that would come through the doors and what affects them. So and we've been fortunate that we haven't had that in our immediate family, but as a police officer we see it all the time, and it's unfortunate because these are people that come from quote unquote good homes, but no one's immune to this. Parents have good jobs, they have a nice house, fancy cars.
Yeah.
And they're still affected. So that's why it's an addiction. Once you kind of gets a hold of you, then it's hard for it to let go.
Would you say you help people overcome adversity?
Absolutely. So a lot of times I can't quantify it at the time, but then people will come up to me later and say, hey, just to let you know, and not just me, I mean police officers all over Troy and all over the state and the country, really police officers in general, you don't really see it until maybe a couple weeks or a couple months or even years later when someone will come up to you and say, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but you arrested me for this, or you spoke to me about that, and I actually modified my behavior or changed my ways and went in a different direction. This is actually coincidental. This is the topic, so I'm not sure if you're aware, but the Troy Police Department, as well as many area police departments, are participating in a program called Hope Not Handcuffs. Have you heard of that? So this Hope Not Handcuffs is, we understand that as police officers, we can't arrest our way out of addiction. We can arrest you, and then that doesn't solve the problem. That just arrests you for whatever you did, for whatever you had on you, and then you go through the criminal justice system. But in terms of actually fixing what it is that got you there in the first place, so the Hope Not Handcuffs program is anyone can come into the police station, and if the circumstances are right, meaning they don't have like any warrants or they're not wanted or anything like that, but if they come in on their own and they admit saying, I need help, I know I'm an addict and I know that I can't do this alone, then there's actually the program Hope Not Handcuffs, and they're angels that they're called, workers that will come in and assist you. If you truly want help, we will help you get the resources that you need.